Oh, hello. How are you doing? My name is Michele Mickey Jones, and I am a writer, a published author, a speaker, a moderator, and a survivor, as well as an advocate and a social worker. And my purpose, my mission, my goal in dealing and in interacting with you is to bring awareness and instill a confidence in individuals that allows them to learn, develop, and implement coping skills and techniques that gives them or helps them to speak their authentic voice unapologetically. And what do we mean by unapologetically? We mean that you speak your truth without hurting others. So, what are we talking about today? Today, we are talking about movement. We are talking about movement in the sense of where you are in your writing career. We're talking about movement in the sense of where you are in your entrepreneurship. We're talking about movement in the sense of where you are in your personal being. And the key to that movement is you are where you choose to be. And how do I know that? I know that because I'm experienced enough to know, as a writer, as a published author, as a social worker, as an advocate, as a speaker, as a mentor, as a moderator, that we position ourselves in levels or on levels that we choose to be at that particular time. And if we get comfortable in any particular level, we tend to stay right there. And when we get a little bit uncomfortable or things need to change, that's when we create movement. And how do we create movement? We learn more, we do more, we interact more, we write more, we create more, we design more, we help more. And with each one of those movements, we increase our knowledge and we enhance our experience in whatever our artistic realm is. And what do I mean by that? What I mean is that if you are a writer and all you write is short stories, you're comfortable there. You don't need movement. You may sway back and forth with the length of your novels or your short stories, and you may even put out a novelette, but you stay pretty much in that realm, in that lane. Now, when you feel that it's time to do something different, to try something different, to get out of your comfort zone, you create a movement. And the movement that you create is all based on where you want to go, what next level you want to attain, what goal, what new mission you've set for yourself. And anything and everything you do from point of decision to point of achievement is the movement. So now not only are you a short story writer, but say you're now a poet, or say you're now a complete novelist, or you're whatever you need to be. You're writing screenplays, or you're a screenwriter, or you're writing stage plays. So each one of those is a different level, and each one of those requires a dedication to movement. So when I say that you are where you choose to be, it's exactly that. No one can force you to be anything that you are not. No one can make you stay where you don't want to be. That's bondage. That's abusive. That's not what we're about. And this is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. So let me just throw that little tidbit in there. It just came to me. Really, it just did when I used the word abuse. That no one person, male or female, child or adult, should be subjected to domestic violence at any given time. Not saying that it does not occur, but if you as an individual witness or a partaker or a recipient of domestic violence, seek help. The domestic violence hotline, I don't have the number. I'll put it in the news feeds because, like I said, this just came to me really quick. I don't even know where this came from, but it's here now. So domestic violence is not an issue that we want to take lightly. There is a criminal aspect to it that we just do not tolerate from any level. And don't get it twisted. Women, understand, you can be abusive as well. So know your, I don't want to say know your place, but know your level of intensity when it comes to that argument. Know your level of control when it comes to that relationship. Because there is no place in domestic violence. So I can't say to know your place. I know it's a common phrase, but we're not using common phrases. What we're talking about is real unadulterated fact. Domestic violence is not cute. If you are a victim, if you are a witness to, if you are an abuser, seek help. Now, back to what we were talking about as far as movement is concerned, because that was my PSA for the moment. I really don't know where that just popped into my head from, but it's out there now, and please take action against domestic violence. But when we're talking about you being where you are in your chosen craft, we're talking about you being comfortable or you being uncomfortable. And most times we get comfortable, we get stagnant, which means that we stand still, we mark time, we stay in the same place, and we produce the same work. Okay? We don't improve, but we don't get worse either. We just stay. And that's not what writing is about. Writing is not about staying. Writing is about getting out of your comfort zone, trying something new, seeing whether or not you are apt for it, you are able and capable of doing it, and then doing that thing. If it's not for you, okay, then you can go back. But at least you tried something new so that when the next opportunity comes up, you can say, wait a minute, maybe this time it'll work. So what happened was I was writing an article. Excuse me. Okay. I was writing an article, and I can tell that I just wasn't into it. And I don't do this often, but my mind gets lost in the chaos of my life, the organized chaos of my life. So before I submit anything, before I do anything, before I turn any term paper in, before I do anything, whether it's personal or with a client, I have it reviewed. So I had this particular article reviewed, and my accountability partner literally said to me, "What is this? I have seen so much better. Did you even think about what you wrote?" I mean, her comments were so harsh till you would have almost thought they would have made me cry. But they didn't, because that's what I have her for. Not only that, but I love the honesty of her. She was like, I was trying to figure out how to sugarcoat it. You don't sugarcoat anything with me. She was like, this is so subpar. She was like, if you submit this, we done. She's like, you didn't even think about this. You just wrote because you know how to write. And I thought about it. And I reread what I wrote, and I trashed the whole thing and started all over again. And then I called it my redemption article. So when I sent her the redemption article, she was like, hot damn, we got it now. That's how it goes. Now I know what you're talking about. Now I know where we're going with this. Now I'm interested in what else you have to say. She's like, if you ever give me anything like that first thing, and that's what she called it, a thing, we just done. And I didn't get offended. And the reason I didn't get offended, because I had already known that within myself, I haven't given it my 100. And I'm just being honest. And that's why I take my time with my clients, because there are those days where I just get comfortable in the fact that I'm a writer and I can do it with my eyes closed. But that's not always what's needed. Sometimes we need that out of comfort zone experience where we pull from a place that we don't even know exists. So that's when I say that we are where we choose to be. at that particular moment, at that particular time, on that first piece, I just chose to be an okay writer because I know how to write. And that was real wrong of me, because if I had submitted that, my clients, my followers would have been very disappointed in me. And I probably would have lost some of them. But when I went back and I really, got out of my feelings and really did what I was supposed to do, I have to say so myself, it was phenomenal. I was even interested in reading what I wrote, and I wrote it. So you are where you choose to be. Your level of understanding, your level of peace, your level of intellect, your level of skill is all in what you do. And when it comes to choosing what that is for you, no one can do that for you but you. But always give it your 100. Always give it your best, even when you don't feel like it. And if you don't, make sure you're not close to a deadline. Step away from it for a moment. Come back to it when your mind is clear, because you never want to put out less than what you are. Let me say it again. You never want to put out less than what you are. Always know that you have to give it your 100. Always know that you have to give it your best. Now, am I saying that you're setting a standard for yourself? Yes, you are. Because it's your reputation. It's your word. It's your experience. It's your expertise that's on the line with what you do. So if you say that you're a novelist, I expect a damn good novel from you. If you say that you're a poet, I expect a movement of poetry, a feeling, a desire, a discernment to want to follow it. And I expect to understand and feel the emotion attached to it. If you're giving me a how-to guide, listen, from the moment I pick up that how-to guide until the time I finish that project, I need to know that I am now an expert because of the way that you explained it to me. And even if you're writing a persuasive editorial, and if my mind is to the left and you want it to the right, I should be walking somewhere in the middle right about now. I should really be walking somewhere in the middle because of the way that you explained your position. Always know. Hey, thank you, Miss Tricia. Am I saying that right, Miss Tricia? Thank you. Yes, you never want to give out less than what you are. So when you get ready to get real comfortable in what you're doing, know that that is your choice. And the movement that you make is based on the goals that you set for yourself. So if you set mediocrity, low-level goals, I just want to do this, and fade into the background, then your actions are going to reflect that. But if you want to be a powerful force to be reckoned with, if you want your writings in national whatever, on the bestsellers list, in National Geographic's magazine, if you want it in a research project, then everything that you do from the point of that decision until the point of that accomplishment needs to be part of your movement. It needs to be where you want to be. Calculated steps. Calculated movement. Let people say what they want to say. Are you being manipulative? No. Are you being calculated? Yes. That means if I take a writing assignment, if I take a research project, if I offer consultation, if I do a speaking engagement, if I even attend an event, every one of those actions is part of the movement forward in my craft. Don't do anything that you're not comfortable with, that's not going to get you to a position and a place that you want to be comfortable in. So if you want center stage, Everything that you do leads you to center stage. If you want national bestsellers list, produce that work. Produce that work. Make that influence. And you guys that have been following me for a while know that I believe in 6 degrees of separation. Put yourself in front of the people. Put yourself in the company of the people. Put yourself in the company of places, institutions, organizations that are going to get you 5 steps closer to where you want to be. 6 degrees of separation. It works every time. And another concept that I believe in is those ABCs. What are your ABCs? Your attitude, your behavior, and your resulting change. Your attitude is your awareness. So if you're for a cause, let me find out what awareness I need to bring to myself to adjust my attitude accordingly. That results in the behaviors that you produce, the actions that you do. That's your movement. And your end result is that positive change, that positive outcome. So understand that what you do, what you say, and how you present yourself are all part of the place you choose to be in your writing, in your business, in your entrepreneurship, in yourself. Never, and I normally don't say never, but never give up on you. Not ever. And don't ever give less than you know you are worth. Okay? Cool. So, I should have named this Soulful Saturdays. But anyway, this is Michele Mickey Jones, and I am an entrepreneur, a writer, a published author, a moderator, a speaker, an advocate, a survivor, and more importantly, I am a social worker here to help you. And what am I helping you with? I am helping you bring awareness and instill a confidence so that you may be able to learn, develop, and implement coping skills and techniques that allow you to speak your true, authentic voice unapologetically. Thank you and have a great day.